Have you ever had the feeling that your creativity is missing? Maybe your mind is racing with ideas, but you're having trouble settling on just one. Do you recognize this? If so, The Artist's Way, written by Julia Cameron, may be just what you need. Cameron wants to help you find your inner artist, no matter how hidden it may seem. This summary serves as your go-to guide for the key concepts and activities in the book. Consider it a preview to discover whether The Artist's Way holds the secret to realizing your creative potential. Are you prepared to unleash your creative side once again? Come along on this insightful adventure with us. Please ring the bell, subscribe, and hit the like button to ensure you don't miss out on this series. The title of Chapter 1, Recovering a Sense of Safety. The notion of creative rehabilitation is presented in this chapter, with a focus on how important it is to feel safe enough to pursue our artistic potential. According to the author, many of us have ingrained anxieties and self-doubts that can impede our ability to be creative. The important lessons this chapter teaches us are: Number 1, identifying core negative beliefs. Cameron encourages us to recognize and confront the negative beliefs that hold us back. These beliefs often stem from past experiences or critical voices from our upbringing. Number 2, morning pages. She introduces the practice of morning pages, where you write 3 pages of stream of consciousness every morning. This exercise helps to clear the mind of doubts and fears, creating a safer space for creativity to flourish. Number 3, artist dates. Another key lesson is the concept of artist dates, where you schedule time for solo activities that nurture your creative spirit. This could be visiting an art gallery, taking a walk in nature, or exploring something new and inspiring. Chapter 2 is titled Recovering a Sense of Identity. The author examines how outside factors and self-doubt can mask our genuine creative identities and provide strategies for discovering and reaffirming our artistic selves. What information does this chapter offer? Number 1, affirming your identity. Cameron emphasizes the importance of affirming ourselves as artists. This involves recognizing our talents, passions, and unique creative visions, despite societal or personal doubts. Number 2, morning pages. She reinforces the practice of morning pages as a tool to uncover and clarify our true desires and identities. Writing daily helps to silence inner critics and allows authentic creative impulses to emerge. Number 3, artist dates. Cameron expands on artist dates as opportunities to explore and nourish our creative identities. By engaging in activities that resonate with our artistic passions, we strengthen our sense of self as artists. Chapter 3, titled Recovering a Sense of Power. Julia Cameron examines how both internal and external criticism can impede our creativity and offers techniques for taking back control of our creative abilities. These are a few tactics we should learn. Number 1, dealing with inner critics. Cameron discusses the importance of identifying and addressing our inner critics, the self-doubting voices that undermine our confidence and creativity. She encourages us to challenge these negative thoughts and beliefs. Number 2, synchronicity and serendipity. She introduces the concept of synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that guide us towards our creative path. By staying open to serendipitous opportunities and connections, we can uncover new sources of inspiration and support. Number 3, tasks and growth exercises. Cameron provides practical exercises to foster personal growth and creativity. These tasks may include writing prompts, reflection exercises, or activities designed to expand our artistic skills and perspectives. The title of Chapter 4, Recovering a Sense of Integrity. In her analysis of how both internal and external factors can undermine our creative integrity, Julia Cameron offers techniques for getting back in touch with our true creative selves. Let's break down the key lessons from this chapter. Number 1, honoring creative boundaries. Cameron emphasizes the importance of setting and maintaining boundaries to protect our creative integrity. This involves saying no to activities or influences that undermine our artistic values and priorities. Number 2, barrier removal exercise. She introduces an exercise aimed at identifying and removing barriers that hinder our creativity. This may involve examining fears, limiting beliefs, or past experiences that block our creative expression. Number 3. Reading deprivation. Cameron suggests temporarily limiting our consumption of media, especially reading, as a way to reconnect with our inner creative voice. This practice encourages us to listen more attentively to our thoughts and ideas. Chapter 5, titled Recovering a Sense of Possibility. In addition to introducing strategies for broadening our creative horizons, Julia Cameron discusses how self-imposed limitations and limiting attitudes might impede our creativity. What details does this chapter provide? Number 1. Identifying limits. Cameron encourages us to identify the self-imposed limits that hold us back from exploring our full creative potential. These limits could be fear of failure, perfectionism, or narrow definitions of success. Number 2. Finding the river. She introduces the concept of finding the river, which involves aligning our creative pursuits with our true passions and strengths. This metaphor encourages us to flow with our natural creative inclinations rather than against them. Number 3. The Virtue Trap Quiz. Cameron presents a quiz designed to uncover and challenge the societal beliefs and expectations that may be restricting our creative freedom. This exercise helps us recognize and dismantle limiting beliefs. Chapter 6 is titled Recovering a Sense of Abundance. The author evaluates how our beliefs about success, money, and creativity might affect our creative process and offers strategies for cultivating prosperity in our creative lives. The following are some tactics. Number 1. The Great Creator. Cameron introduces the concept of the Great Creator, emphasizing that creativity is a spiritual act connected to a larger source of abundance. This perspective encourages us to trust in our creative abilities and the resources available to support our artistic endeavors. Number 2. Story Casting Exercise. She presents the story casting exercise where we visualize our ideal creative life without limitations. This practice helps us clarify our creative goals and aspirations, reinforcing our belief in the abundance of opportunities and resources available to us. Number 3. Money Madness. Cameron addresses our attitudes towards money and creativity, encouraging us to view money as a tool that supports our creative expression rather than a barrier to it. This shift in mindset allows us to pursue our artistic passions with confidence and financial stability. The title of Chapter 7, Recovering a Sense of Connection. Julia Cameron looks into the significance of establishing connections with oneself, others, and the creative energy surrounding us to foster our artistic development. Here are some strategies. Number 1. The Jealousy Map. Cameron introduces the Jealousy Map exercise, where we examine feelings of envy or jealousy towards other artists. This exercise helps us identify unmet desires or areas of our creativity that we can further develop. Number 2. Creative Community. She emphasizes the importance of building a supportive creative community, connecting with like-minded individuals. Attending workshops or joining creative groups can provide encouragement, feedback, and inspiration to fuel our artistic endeavors. Number 3. Tasks and check-ins. Cameron suggests engaging in tasks and regular check-ins to maintain our connection with our creative selves and communities. These may include setting creative goals, sharing our work with others, and offering support to fellow artists. Chapter 8, titled Recovering a Sense of Strength. Julia Cameron explores how resilience, perseverance, and self-care are essential for sustaining our creative practice amidst challenges and setbacks. What is this chapter teaching us? Number 1. Self-nurturing. Cameron emphasizes the importance of self-care and nurturing our creative spirits. This involves taking breaks, engaging in activities that recharge us, and practicing self-compassion during difficult times. Number 2. Creative boundaries. She discusses the significance of setting boundaries to protect our creative energy and focus. This may include saying no to distractions, managing time effectively, and prioritizing activities that support our creative goals. Number 3, perseverance and resilience. Cameron encourages us to cultivate resilience in the face of challenges. She reminds us that setbacks are a natural part of the creative process, and that perseverance is key to overcoming obstacles and achieving artistic growth. By following the steps and suggestions from this book, you can start overcoming creative blocks, building a consistent practice, and reconnecting with your artistic self. Whether you want to write, paint, play music, or simply live more creatively, there's something here to help you along the way. So take what you've learned, give the exercises a try, and see where your creativity leads you. Happy creating, and don't forget to share your journey and inspire others along the way. Please hit the notification bell, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.